Hi everybody, welcome back to Myelin Productions. Sir Gregory here with one of our newest and very talented actresses, Heidi Scobee. Welcome. Heidi is playing Julie, the reluctant hero who finally stands up and fights evil and fights the vampires, the Nosferatus and the Tatus. And Heidi is the lineage, Julie, her character, is the lineage of King Arthur. And so the vampires, if you've looked at the history and know the history of our story, many of you do, and thank you so much for all of your support. Heidi plays Julie, who in her early 20s realizes that the vampire houses are against her, and she is now standing up to fight them, and she is trained by the paladins and the slayers. So from there, I will let Julie, Heidi, tell you a little bit about herself.
Hi everybody, I'm Heidi. I don't know what to say.
How long have you been acting?
A couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Maybe just started out acting, brand new experience, absolutely love it.
Doing a great job at it.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Interesting how you came to this. I'm actually known, and sometimes it's bothered people and freaked them out, but in a nice, fun way, I guess. But if I meet someone and talk to them, we've actually gotten a lot of our actors this way. I give you a card, and you actually responded to it. Mm-hmm. And months later,
many months.
I apologize.
That's okay.
We got back to you, and then shortly thereafter, you were on board, and you were starting to rehearse and starting to train and film. What have you thought about the training and rehearsing that you've gone through so far?
It's a lot of fun. I'm definitely enjoying it. I can't wait to actually start the fight training.
Uh-huh.
Pretty freaking excited about that.
Yeah, because we train you the swords and we train you to do all that stuff. Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. And you've also been put into another series that we're doing, the Justin Berryman Supersonic Sexy Rock Star, Justin B., which is starring Jeremy McKittrick, one of our lead vampires, and you're his assistant.
Yep.
Melanie. And there's always some bizarre, weird, crazy stuff going on. And you've done really good at that. What have you thought of the comedy?
I think it's pretty funny. His character is definitely out there, and as his secretary, it's just like, oh my god, like how do I get him to not be so crazy?
Exactly.
But you have to let him because that's his character.
Exactly. And you've done several of those now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the Justin B series is coming out in increments, same as the website, and you finally filmed your first websode for Draco Ortus.
Right.
And you did a great job on that. How did you like that?
I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. Definitely kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone, but that's a good thing.
Very good thing. Yeah.
Get where we need to go, and it's been a blast.
I have heard actors, I've worked with actors for many, many years, and most good actors say you have to not only integrate your character, be willing to become your character, be willing to take on your character, but also be willing to be humiliated and look silly and look foolish to get stuff, and at the same time to project, if it calls for it, a very seriousness. Mm-hmm. And you have been able to I've been amazed. I've seen a lot of really good raw talent, and you've got it, because you can go from the silly and goofy to the serious to the whole gamut. How long have you wanted to be an actress?
Honestly, it was never really a goal of mine until we met, and then it was like, it could be fun, might as well give it a try. I've never really looked at it as a career possibility. I
have that effect on people. Oftentimes I'll see someone like Heidi, and I will say, this is raw. I can sculpt this. I can make this a great one. And so I saw Heidi, we met, you were actually my cashier.
Yep.
And we were talking, and then I turned around and I said, this, I know. I stood there for a good 10 minutes just going, yes, I see it. And so, but I'm a pretty good judge of character and talent, and you certainly have it. What else would you like? Of course, we're doing the web series, two web series now, the Justin B, and we're doing the Draco Ortus Eye of Noor series, Vampires and Paladins. What else would you like to do? I mean, where do you see you taking this career? Are you interested in staying in independent film?
Yeah, I'm just interested in seeing what happens.
Yeah.
Kind of like to live day by day and just experience life as it happens. And honestly, if I did become more into acting and stuff, I would want to do some more comedies. Comedies are my favorite.
And you're good at it too. I mean, you have a good projection there. You're really good. So what are some of the things that you've enjoyed so far about the comedy? I know you already talked about a couple things. What else do you enjoy about it?
I like the different locations, going different places. I mean, a lot of where we film isn't too different, but it is in its own ways. And it's really got me out into Colorado Springs, venturing out, knowing where new stuff is. So for me, that's kind of cool. I've lived here 3-4 years and I don't know where anything is, so I'm getting to learn that stuff.
That's very typical with Colorado. Very, very typical. And you filmed in a studio, music studio so far?
Music studio.
A bunker.
The bunker is great.
Yeah.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, yep. And you've also filmed in a very large church, very large cathedral, and you've done some other locations and stuff in which you've been coming out and people have seen that. How do you prepare? How do you get yourself into the mode of actually wanting to, because you do two very different characters. How do you get yourself in the mode of that? For either one.
I just feel that, I don't know, I'm one of those, I just kind of judge the room, judge the atmosphere, and go from there. I'm kind of all right, let's do this. I really don't plan anything.
Sure. What do you think of Julie?
I absolutely love Julie. I think once her character really develops more and becomes more where it's going, she's going to be one of the greatest heroines ever, and I'm stoked to play that part. I think it's going to be fun.
And you're doing very good at it. You do it. How do you get into that character? Because it was a typical hero's journey. First the discovery, the denial, and fighting back, and finally the acceptance. The standard hero's journey that you see repeated thousands of times. But you've integrated that well, and you've just jumped right into it. Was there any technique you used, or is there any thinking you went through?
I kind of just look at it, if this really happened to me, what would I do? How would my reaction be? And if I chose to follow through and go forward with it, what would I do like that? You know what I mean?
Wow. Okay, good. Now the comedy, I mean, you kind of flow with that. And a lot of people have natural abilities and talents for different kind of genres of acting. And you're right, you have a good, from my perspective, you have a good ability of doing both. Okay? How do you get into character for the comedy?
I just kind of go with the flow. I love to laugh, so anything that's funny and comical, it's like, all right, let's do this. Let's go.
There you go. Did you do plays and drama in high school or anything?
No.
Sometimes I've found in my experience that some of the best actors you encounter are people who just don't think too much about it. They just go with it. And that seems to be what you do. You step up into a character and then you go with that character. And you take direction very well, and that's always a huge
As an
plus.
athlete in high school, that was a huge thing. You have to be able to take direction well.
Oh, you're an athlete. What did you play?
Freshman and sophomore year, I did volleyball, basketball, and soccer, and then junior year was basketball and soccer, and then my senior year I just stuck to soccer.
A lot of people don't know this. I'm glad that you said that, because I also, all through high school, I played football, and I would show up, and regardless of the resistance I got, regardless of the tension, regardless of how bad it was, and you people shouting names at you and stuff, I showed up religiously, and I'd run out there on that field, and I'd grab that ball, and I'd do it. And this continued right up, I mean, it's perseverance, it's stamina. Right up to the point where the police actually finally said, you're not on the football team, you've never been on the football team, and you have to stop grabbing that ball. And, because apparently it was like it was a hazard or something while they were playing. But I had that desire, I can be a quarterback. And finally it was, with the legal issues. But at any rate, so you didn't have any of those problems?
No.
Okay, all right, great. Because you actually, and it's some of the small little intro stuff you've done with the self-defense and all that, you do it very well as well. So when you get totally trained up, I think you're going to be a very formidable person for anyone to mess with. So, what have you thought of Myelin Productions so far?
Yeah, I love Myelin Productions. There's, I know there's a lot of crap out there, but none of that has any water to hold, because here I am every day doing this stuff, and none of that is anywhere near true.
And you've met a lot of other people
And I've met tons of other people.
that are involved in Myelin Productions.
Exactly.
And what have you thought of them? Because you actually acted with some of them.
Yeah, I thought, I think the group we have in the cast is a lot of fun. All very different personalities, but I think that's what we need for what we're trying to accomplish.
Exactly. And then you'll be meeting more. I think so far now you've met like 6 people in the cast.
Something like that.
Yeah. And you're going to be meeting a lot more. And you had your great job, by the way, your confrontation with Victor, the vampire played by Jeremy McKittrick, in the church scene. And you did that very well. What did you think of his presence and his acting?
I thought he was really good. He really stuck out to me as somebody who's probably acted a lot in high school. And so he knows what he's doing, and to be able to feed off of that, I think really helped me to do a better job.
Excellent. And he's also plays Justin Berryman, Justin B. And he's a musician in real life. He does all the music stuff. So what have you thought about playing, because you're seeing Jeremy in 2 very different roles, very different lights, to show the versatility of him and of you. What have you thought about his acting in the Justin Berryman?
I think that's just something he kind of comes in and he's like, all right, he's like me. We just go for it. And we just go and have fun and make comedy.
Yeah, you guys click very well. Is there anything else that you would like to say about yourself, about the experience and the fun that you're having?
I'm just having a blast, and I'm very fortunate that this happens to me. And and when everything was going on, I was actually going through some kind of rough stuff at work. So this has actually really been, the silver lining and everything. So thank you. I do appreciate everything you've done.
Oh, you're awesome. And this is Red Crags Estates.
Oh my God,
what
it's
do you
beautiful.
think? Is this gorgeous?
It's beautiful, but I'm creeped out. Like I'm a massive chicken.
Because of the hauntings.
Because of the hauntings.
See, but you're Julie. All you have to do is go into Julie Roll and you just beat them all up. and we want to thank Red Crags, of course, for the awesome support that they've given the entire Eye of Noor Vampire series. Now we're doing Draco Ortus, Dragon Rising, and we have our hero, Julie. So in the last few seconds, what would you like to say to fans and supporters?
Thanks for supporting us. I hope you kind of get to see me more, and I hope you enjoy what I can do and bring to the table.
And you will see more for as you mature in independent film. Heidi is one of the people that I really encourage people to keep watching and to keep following. We've had a handful of people who have come on to this project. Shayla LePage, fantastic actor. Brianna Montanarello, one of our queens, incredibly good at that. Of course, Heidi Scobee, Jeremy McKittrick, Evan Jackson. We've been really blessed with some fantastic actors, and you're going to be working with all of them. And Heidi steps into a line of Julies that we've had over this series, and I have to say, in all honesty, you were by far the best that we've had to date. She is incredible. So keep watching and looking for Heidi Scobee, and thank you very much for your support of Myelin Productions and the Eye of Noor Vampire series, as well as Justin Berryman, Supersonic Sexy Rockstar, and the other things that we are involved in that Myelin Productions has coming out. We appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Awesome. And we want to say thank you to Sir Mike Montanarello, our DP, who does these fantastic videos, who does a lot of work for us. Thank you very much. All right, guys, God bless you. Keep watching, and more is coming all the time.